Little technical difficulties in this motherfucker.
This is technical difficulties.
The technical difficulties. Sorry, people. Word. Yeah. We live. See, so we 15 seconds in. Okay. Anybody in here? Let me hear somebody. Speak. Some words on the board. Welcome to Check the Rhyme, baby.
Okay, I'm getting right to it.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're waiting for the call. Young Yasin. And he's going to speak to everybody about what's going on the inside in his situation. We're going to get it going.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the room. Leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel, please. Let us know you in here. What's going on? What is the deal?
Yeah, you playing, bro.
We waiting for Yasin
Shine
right
Master,
now.
salute, Scrappy.
CJ, what's the word? The call right here.
It's to my phone.
Let us know when you in here. Salute, Vanessa. Waiting for the boy to call right now. Like it up. Subscribe to the channel. Let us know where you tapping in from. NY in the building. Everybody probably gonna be from NY in here. Port Knox, what's poppin', family?
This is a free call from an incarcerated individual at New York City Department of Correction. This call is not private. It will be recorded. It may be monitored for law enforcement purposes. If you are an attorney, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register.
Let me know if y'all can hear that in the chat.
Going to www.nyc.gov/d/O.
Copy.
C.
Yo, what's the word?
What's good? You live?
We live. Everybody tapping in right now.
Shout out to the chat. How many people in there already?
A few people. Family, you know what I mean? Close.
If anything, that catch it on your drop that you heard.
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead, do your thing.
I bet. So first of all, say peace to everybody that came through and showed some love. I put together a little something. Basically, I'm gonna read everything that I wrote. When I started reading, we will go through everything after. I want to make sure that I put something together good. good, and I wanted to be clear with everything I was saying. So without further ado, I'll get into it. There's an old saying, if you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. That was a time when our people could barely read, while some couldn't read at all. I could tell you one thing. This nigga could read, loves to read. And by reading, I learned a lot about this injustice court system. I have learned a lot. I have learned the abundance of violations to our rights. For an example, when the officers volunteered their way into my home without a warrant, they violated my Fourth Amendment constitutional right. The Fourth Amendment states the right of the people to be secured, and their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the person or things to be seized. The police argument is that someone left them in with a key. A person who I did not give a key to or permission to have one, who was once a visitor and never was a resident, and was kicked out because of their disrespect. They lied on me and brought officers into my home. The thing is, if I'm physically present in the home at the time of the officer's arrival, my refusal supersedes their consent. You can find this in the case called Georgia vs. Randolph, which the case number is 547 US 103 for those that want to look this up, which says a physically present co-occupant state's refusal to permit entry renders warrantless entry and searches unreasonable and invalid as to him. The officers had no warrant, which they needed one. They entered my home and arrested me based on hearsay without a speck of proof that showed that I committed a crime. They got a search warrant 3 hours later after they had illegally arrested me. The court also tried to ignore our rights. For an example, when I was being arraigned, the judge at my first arraignment said out of his own mouth, something isn't right with the warrant. Hearing that, I thought that I was for sure going home. But the judge chose to violate my Eighth Amendment constitutional right, which says excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishment inflicted. The judge gave me a $50,000 cash bail and a $150,000 bond. Yet I haven't been in trouble with the law in almost 20 years. No violence took place. Never was a flight risk. No valid reason why I was given a bail I can't afford. One thing that a lot of us don't realize is how much our lawyers violate our rights. For an example, waiving our rights to testify before the grand jury. In the Article 190.55a, it says, when a criminal charge is against a person, when a criminal charge against a person is being or is about to be or has been submitted to a grand jury, such person has the right to appear before such grand jury as a witness in his own behalf. A lot of times, lawyers won't educate you on your rights and will waive them as well as make decisions in your case without your knowledge or consent. That's what happened to me. And because I didn't know my rights, it was easy for my lawyers to violate mine. And the New York State Constitution, Article 1, Section 6, it says, such waiver shall be evident by a written instrument signed by the defendant in an open court in the presence of his or her counsel. I signed no such waiver in an open court. Therefore, my right to appear before the grand jury was violated. In 1210.1 posting, Statement of Client's Rights, number 6, it says, you are entitled to be kept reasonably informed to the status of your matter, and you are entitled to have your attorney promptly comply with your reasonable request for information, including your request for copies of paper relevant to the matter. You are entitled to sufficient information to allow you to participate meaningfully in the development of your matter and make informed decisions regarding the representation. Number 7 of 1210.1 says you are entitled to have your legitimate objectives respected by your attorney, and particularly the decision of whether to settle that your matter is yours and not your attorney. Another violation I'm experiencing is a discovery violation. For those that don't know what a discovery violation is, it is all evidence involved in your case. You are entitled to have this information so you can put in your defense before trial. In Article 245, it says when a defendant is in custody during the pendency of the criminal case, the prosecution shall perform its initial discovery obligation under subdivision 1 and section 245.20 of this article as such practicable, but no later than the time period specified in subparagraph 1 and 2 of this paragraph. Applicable portions of the material claimed to be non-discoverable may be withheld pending a determination and ruling of the court under the section 245.70 of this article. But the defendant shall be notified in writing, and if information has not been disclosed under the particular subdivision of such section, and the discoverable portions of such material shall be disclosed to the extent practicable. When the discoverable materials included video footage from body-worn cameras, surveillance cameras, or dashboard cameras are exceptionally voluminous, or despite diligence, good faith efforts, and otherwise not in the actual possession of the prosecution, the time period in this paragraph may be stayed up to additional 30 calendar days without need for a motion pursuant subdivision 2 of section 245.70 of this article. Another part of this article says, when the defendant is in custody during the pendency of the criminal case, the prosecution shall perform its initial discovery obligation within 20 calendar days after the defendant's arraignment and on an indictment, superior court information, prosecution information, simplified information, misdemeanor complaint or felony complaint. And last but not least, my 30.30 violation, right to a speedy trial within 6 months from the time you was indicted. Now that's all the stuff that I got written down because I didn't want to go too crazy with the writing. But as you can see, multiple times I've been violated with this legal and justice system. And you know, I right now I'm on the second lawyer that I got. I ain't gonna get too much into my case, but I'm still fighting it. But I'm going through, like, I'm already at my second lawyer, and we don't see eye to eye because they look at me like I ain't supposed to know what I'm knowing. Like I ain't supposed to learn. I'm supposed to just give everything to them and let them try to fight for me. But if you're not gonna fight for me, then I gotta do my own research so I can fight for myself, and they hate that. So I'll be challenging my lawyer because my lawyer's saying like, it's like he trying to agree with the police or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Well, yeah, they on each other's side, man.
We have a legal aid.
Yeah, so it's like, even if they had, and I'm trying to explain to my lawyer that even if they had a key, even if the person let them in my house, first off, that person is not even a resident in my house, which means that they don't even have, they don't have authority over my house. They don't have common authority over my house.
Exactly.
So how can a stranger let you into something that first off, they got a stolen entry because the key I never gave them. So they stole one of my keys.
Mm-hmm.
So how can a person use a stolen entry to let you into my house who blatantly told you that they're not a resident? Because in your discovery, you get all the information. Like, for example, I get the 911 call, which I listen to, and I'm hearing a person tell the 911 clerk or whatever that they're not a resident. You know what I'm saying? That they don't live there. You know what I'm saying? That they was a visitor.
Right.
And also, they told the police the same thing, that they're not a resident, and gave an out-of-state address. So how, if they're giving you this information, how can they allow you to come in my house if they literally told you that they're not a resident? You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, with Georgia versus Randolph, Georgia versus Randolph is the case where, you know, there was a domestic dispute between a wife and a husband, and the wife told the police they could come in the house, but the husband stated refusal. And that was like the case. That was like the straw. That was the case like that really like solidified the Fourth Amendment as far as when you're dealing with occupants.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up beating the case because once he stated refusal, the police was supposed to. His refusal superseded her consent, because unless it's in exigent circumstances or an emergency, they can't come in the house without a warrant. And because there was no emergency and I was in the house by myself, they wasn't allowed to come in my house without no warrant.
Right.
So, you know, I've been in Rikers Island for like a year now. This month makes a year. I got locked up on Thanksgiving last year. You know what I'm saying?
It is a year. Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? I've been locked up since Thanksgiving, and yet they don't have my full discovery. They're supposed to have your full discovery within 20 days after your arraignment. That's when you first get your bail. They're supposed to have your full discovery. and they get an extra few days after that. But it's been months before I got my discovery. And then when you're supposed to get your photos, you're supposed to get it full. I'm still missing important parts of my discovery. For example, I don't have the cameras, the body cam footage of the officers coming into my house when I was there and arrested me. Because when they show that footage, they're gonna see that I told the officers you can't come in my house without no warrant, and you're gonna hear the officer say, "I don't need no warrant," and still force his way in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they've been violating, and you know, I feel like I'm getting closer to you know, I don't want to get my hopes up, but I feel like I'm getting closer. I'm gonna just keep it at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm getting closer to exposing all of this because they hate when I talk in court. You know, I speak every chance I get because I be wanting to put stuff on the record so they know that I know that they violated my rights, and I'm not just gonna allow them to continue to do so.
Do you have a new court date?
Yeah, my next court date is on the 19th. You know what I'm saying? But that's another thing too. They keep on pushing my court date back. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They said that they was ready for trial in February. We are in November. If you're ready for trial, we supposed to already been at trial since February or March.
Right.
But we in November. We're not even at trial yet. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I know one thing: if they keep on pushing this back, they're gonna have to dismiss this case because you can't do that. When you say that you're ready, you're supposed to be ready.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
They like to waste your time, though, man. That's the American justice system for you.
Oh yeah. So, and I'm gonna leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? If anybody got questions or whatever, they can ask or whatever.
Anybody in the chat got a question? You could, you know what I mean, put it together. Vanessa is in here, Cherokee in here, Lee Quan in here, Ida's in here.
Okay.
You can say what up to them, nigga. You know they hear you, boy. Like, man.
Yeah, what's up to everybody, man? Thanks to everybody for showing up. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, as y'all see, I be doing my research, man. Like I don't be shooting from the hip when I be saying, I be knowing what I be talking about.
Right.
You know, a lot of people be telling me like, yo, they should just take the cop out if they give you a good offer. And I'm like,
you got a paid lawyer? That's a question in the chat. You got a paid lawyer?
Like I don't got no paid lawyer, but to be honest, yo, I be seeing dudes in here with paid lawyers, and the paid lawyers be doing them dirty. So it's not. It's like you got to make sure that when you get a lawyer, regardless if they paid lawyer, legal aid lawyer, 18B lawyer, you got to make sure that the lawyer want to fight for you.
We got to be able to fight. Yeah.
Because I know dudes in here.
Cousin Mary in here too.
Fight for them. You know what I'm saying? Like they just taking their money and just try to get them like easy cop outs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to fight. You know, there's a lot of people in here that's been wrongly accused. There's people in here whose rights has been violated, and on that alone, regardless of their situation, when they violate your rights, they supposed to answer to that.
Yeah.
And by answering to that will be either suppress whatever evidence is, suppress whatever evidence is against you, or dismiss the whole case in total.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And my case should be dismissed off the fact that police came in my house without a warrant, off the fact that they lied in their police report, off the fact that they the district attorney's withholding evidence from me, or even if my lawyer, if your lawyer's withholding evidence for you, that's called ineffective assistance of counsel, because your lawyer has the obligation to inform you on things, and my lawyers is not doing that. It's like I don't even know what's going on with my case until I get the I'm supposed to have a hearing, and I don't even know what hearing I'm having, I don't know how many hearings I'm having, and so on and so on. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna call right back as soon as they hang up. So you know what I'm saying? Everybody stay tuned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call back, and we're gonna chop it up some more. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I got some more questions. Get them ready. So when I come back, hopefully I can answer them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and like I said, there's other brothers in here that also want to come on here and tell you for using Securus. Goodbye.
Yeah, we gonna get those brothers on here as well. You know what I mean? He gonna call right back. Finish up. Anybody got any questions? You want to send some love, a shout out, or whatever to him? Throw it in the chat. I'll relay it to him. Shout out to the family in here. This is family. That's blood family right there. Cousin Mary, Cherokee, you know what I mean? Lee Quan, word. Siege, shout out, word. Like it up. Make sure y'all subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Share this live. Share it on your page, Facebook, Instagram, wherever. You know what I mean? Get it out there. It needs to be heard. It's more brothers with the same story. Sadly to say, you know what I mean. So we need to let them have a voice now. So that's what we doing here. Brothers locked down, outrageous reasons. You know what I'm saying? They need a platform to speak. Let their cases be heard. He got another call. I think it's a 6 minutes. He said.
An incarcerated individual at New York City Department of Corrections. This call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored for law enforcement purposes. If you are an attorney, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number by going to www.nyc.gov.
Shout out to Ida. Word. Salute to you. Appreciate that.
Yo.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, this part of the segment, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to talk about the conditions that we're going through here, too. Like, first off, we in a building that was closed down before, which was a part of the fire building, you know what I'm saying, called West Facility. And, they be violating in here, like, they gave us these thin mattresses, which it says on the tag, that the mattress ain't even supposed to be on metal. And a lot of us got back pains in here because they don't want to give it. They got brand new mattresses and they refuse to give it to us. You know what I'm saying? Which is thicker. Then on top of that, we got blankets in here that ain't been washed since I've been in here. Like, seriously.
Wow. Now he just said he been in there a year. So.
Yeah, and they haven't exchanged our blankets or nothing. What else? The bathroom is disgusting. The bathroom got mad mold. There's mad mold all around the facility. There's mad mold in the bathroom. You got insects and stuff in the bathroom and stuff. We taking showers with flies and all of that. They ain't getting no exterminator in here. Like, the list goes on. Like, it's crazy in here the way they treating us. You know what I'm saying? And worse of all, and you got a lot of black CEOs in here that be treating us like they like they on a plantation or something, like they overseas and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. I ain't gonna say all of them are like that, but a lot of them is like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they don't, it's crazy, but it don't really break me. You know what I'm saying? It just make me know that I ain't gotta be here. Once I'm out of here, I ain't coming back.
Word.
Like I said, I was home for almost 20 years and been chilling, staying out the way until a person lied on me. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Now I just got cut my circle even more smaller. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But yeah, any more questions before the time run out?
Nah, ain't no questions in there. Everybody just, showing the love and shit like that.
That's what's up, man.
Right.
But yeah, man, like I said, I got more people in here that was like what I wrote and stuff. A lot of people, that's official, you know what I'm saying? And they got their stories that they want to bring up as to their experiences and stuff, and their knowledge of law. Like, luckily, I'm in a house where it's not drama. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no real drama where I'm at.
Well, you let the brothers know that we here to give the platform. You know what I mean? Everybody, put their shit together the way they trying to do it.
Yeah, I already told them.
And it's the same thing with you. The same slot times, we gonna utilize it. You know what I mean? So however niggas want to do it. But we here to get you. You know what I mean? To get y'all voices out here so y'all can be heard, man.
That's a fact, cause it's like we forgotten in here.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy. You know what I mean? When you out in the world to forget about the people on the inside. But since the free phone is on, you ain't let me forget about your ass because you call me all the time, nigga. Nah, you already know though, man. Like,
I try to spread my calls out,
yeah.
For the most part, I don't really talk to too many people, but I do try to spread it out a little bit.
Nah, it's good though. I like that they did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's about time they did something for niggas. You know what I mean? Get niggas free phones or something. You can't get niggas blankets, but you can use the phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. They trade the phone time for blankets. I don't know. Tell these niggas this. You got to do something, right? Cause y'all wilding, man.
That's a hygiene problem, man, because you got people in here that be sick, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, not doing, but, you know, people could come from the outside, you don't know what these people got, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Right. Nah, it's a fact, man.
that's a hygiene thing. They you know what I'm saying? You don't want no rashes on you or nothing. That's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't even want to take showers like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, I had to get to an argument with somebody the other day about that. I'm like, bro, you stink, man. You not going to take a shower. Then you want to work out and his arms smelling crazy. I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that, bro. You know, catch your attitude. I'm like, I don't care if you catch your attitude.
Yeah, nah, that's crazy.
That's what we do. We don't tolerate no filth in the house.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
care who you is. Especially when, man, I don't be on no bully and stuff, but when someone affects me, then I'm going to address it. Period. It is what it is.
Word.
But other than that, we be chilling in here, man. For the most part, the house I'm in, we like a distant family with each other, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Everybody get along for the most, huh?
I said that's what's up.
Yeah, everybody get along with each other for the most part, but you know, once in a while,
1 minute left.
We gotta put them in line.
You got 40 seconds, nigga. They said a minute. You know what that mean?
Like
Shout out everybody. Say what you want to say real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out to everybody that tuned in. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we do this again. Hopefully y'all enjoyed what I had to say, and got a little information on how the court system is working. There's way more I could have said, but you know, it's only a little bit of time, so we got to do this another time or whatever, because there's a whole lot with this case. You know, there's a lot of stuff I had to leave out because you know I'm still fighting, so you can't play your hand. You can't show your hand all the time. But you know, I go to court on the 19th. Hopefully I get some good news. Make sure y'all pray for me.
Absolutely.
And, hopefully they do let me go, man, because this is crazy. And the court that I'm in is one of the worst courts in New York, man. Like they vicious in Queens.
Absolutely.
You know, it is what it is. Yeah,
it's the DA. I know her. Yeah, she. Yeah, I know who we talking about, man. But peace chat, you know what I mean? Check the description box. You know what I'm saying? If you want to donate, write to him. Everything is in the description. You guys' numbers, you know what I mean? JPay, all of that. Check it out. Salute to everybody. Appreciate y'all coming through. You know what I'm saying? Tune in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Put your notifications on so you know when we go live again. And we see you next time. You know what I mean? Peace.